Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Emmanuel Agbogun said the Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, dey scam Edo health workers. He also tok say PDP leaders wey dey for Edo South dey help criminals, land grabbers. Make I leave you, make you hear from Emmanuel Agbogun.
I want to first of all remind some of una, say the ever dogged and in fact the language I wan use tire me, scam wey our governor don use Edo Specialist Hospital do, wey some of una go know this morning, e go pain me say na now some of una eye go begin to dey open. Firstly, una know say na Adams Aliyu Oshiomhole na im build Edo Specialist Hospital. Equicam, they start with policies of say equipment no dey inside. They come probe the Oshiomhole administration. Up to today, the probe no allow them implement. Una know say e get the hospital wey they call Edo Central Hospital. That Edo Central Hospital now our governor demolish. Say he wan build where they go keep artifact. He call am West African Archaeology Center or whatever. Where they say they wan house our artifact wey him begin to fight our monarch for. To the extent we say na President Bola and President Buhari na come gazette and say any artifact wey dey come, just like the stool wey we see today, a few days ago wey come, you see am say na Oba dey go give am to. As I speak to you, the PDP-led administration are the highest promoters of land grabbing and the activities as e so be across the 7 local governments of Edo South, particularly in Ikpoba-Awka. So when we look at all of this scam currently being carried out in the health sector, we are saying we want an informed explanation from the government of Edo State. Why are they only paying grade level 1 to grade level 6 of the Edo State Civil Service the 40,000 increment, and this 70,000 increment that they have announced, and nobody forced them to announce, they announced it because they say they want Edo workers to get an enabling environment. I celebrated it because it's a good thing. But what is paining me now is that because of this increment, I don't know why the governor is now deducting 75% of overhead costs. That circular was sent around the Edo State Civil Service across or within the week, last week, stating that all MDAs, agencies, parastatals of government should reduce their running costs to 75%.
Yeah.
A warm good morning, good day to you all my conscious Edo people. I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist, Comrade Bogu Emmanuel. I want to believe, if you're just joining me right now, I want you to please share and invite Edolites, particularly conscious Edolites across the globe, to join us in this broadcast. I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist, Comrade Bogu Emmanuel. As you all can see, the banner behind me, it is carrying 2 injured victims and 4 suspected criminals who have aided the attack on this injured victim because of land grabbing and communal leadership tussle. However, that is not the subject matter of discussion. But in the course of this week, we will be calling out the names of PDP leadership that have not only supported these land grabbers but aid them to continuously oppress people in their Aboriginal communities. However, wetin carry me come this broadcast this morning na solely because I wan discuss Edo health workers. Una know say health workers is an essential practice and service of any governing or state or country, as the case may be. However, wetin make me wan talk this morning na because of the marginalization, bad administration and bad welfare package wey our Edo health workers don dey receive since when our governor and the leadership of his administration carried out the COVID-19 interventions across the state. Before I begin to talk into the real issues, I want to first of all remind some of una say the ever dogged and in fact the language I wan use dey tire me scam wey our governor don use Edo Specialist Hospital do, wey some of una go know this morning. E go pain me say na now some of una eye go begin to dey open. Firstly, una know say na Adams Aliyu Oshiomhole na im build Edo Specialist Hospital. Quick am, dem start with policies of say equipment no dey inside. Dem come probe the Oshiomhole administration. Up to today, the probe no allow dem implement. However, I believe all of una know that era and that news wey follow that era of the Governor Obaseki led administration. Now, wetin don happen for Edo Specialist Hospital na say, despite the fact say Obaseki say that hospital is being managed by private investors, by private partnership with private hands, na Edo state government na im dey pay all the workers wey dey there. Na Edo state government na im dey employ all the workers wey dey there. In fact, Edo state government no dey employ again through the ministry of through the Edo State Civil Service Commission. What they do is that they employ through the Edo Specialist Hospital, and after which they return those medical doctors and health practitioners into various government hospitals by way of transfer. However, those health workers who ought to be full employed citizens and workers of the government are still yet to enjoy such benefits, owing to the fact that they were being employed by private hands and transferred to government for public use. A shift from that, una know say you get the hospital wey dey call Edo Central Hospital. That Edo Central Hospital now our governor demolish. Say he wan build where they go keep artifact. He call am West African Archaeology Center or whatever. Where they say they wan house our artifact wey him begin to fight our monarch for. To the extent wey be say na President Bola President Buhari na him come gazette and say any artifact wey dey come, just like the stool wey we see today, a few days ago wey come, you see am say na Oba they go give am to. So as we speak now, the sole reason why our governor intentionally demolished that hospital no be because say they wan build a mowa. It is because they want the hospital to enjoy more patronage. Because when Central Hospital was at that same spot, nobody was going to Edo Specialist Hospital. Rather, they were going to Edo Central Hospital. So when they saw that the patronage in Edo Central Hospital was higher than that of the patronage in Edo Specialist Hospital, they decided to remove that hospital from that place, which is at the heart of the town, where the common of all common Edo people go to get health consultation and health treatment, as the case may be. Now, after our governor demolished that thing, where some of us come out condemn copiously, the money wey they generate for Edo Specialist Hospital, I want to ask the governor, because some of una say our governorship, deputy governorship candidate go UK, he tender himself for interrogation. I want them to tender themselves for proper interrogation or respond to these issues raised, particularly the Commissioner for Information, Chris Ehikare, the SSA to the governor on media and whatever, Chris Osage and his team, and the over 1,000 SSAs on media and social media that are attached to the governor and that are currently campaigning for the Asun Ighodalo gubernatorial ambition. I want me to answer this question. Where is the money made from Edo Specialist Hospital? Where is it being paid to? Those money made as a result of revenue, treatment costs, and whatever accrued and collected from patients in the name of treatment, where does that money go to? If the state government is the one employing and paying the workers in Edo Specialist Hospital that is being run by private hands, where is the revenue going into? However, that is a question for one side. Now to our Edo health workers. Our Edo health workers, I know say during COVID, na only them be the essential workers wey be say government give permit to fit dey move around because of the need for them to attend to patients with COVID-19 pandemic, as the case may be at that time. But wetin surprise me more be say since that COVID-19 till now, e get wetin our health workers dey call hazardous allowance. That hazardous allowance na dem dey pay workers health workers because of their essential services wey dem dey provide for the good people of Edo State. Across the entire south and across the country, Edo State is the only state government that have refused to pay hazardous allowance to health workers. Not only that, since when government say implement 40,000 minimum wage salary scheme, the 40,000 minimum wage salary scheme was only meant and is being paid to workers on grade level 1 to 6. Grade level 1 to 6, particularly in the Ministry of Justice and in the Ministry of Health. I no talk wetin be say at the alleged government. I say let the government come out and answer to this question as a way of informed interrogation, because the kind of scam wey don dey within the workers' wages. In fact, make una ask the Edo State government when last did they genuinely employed people through the Edo State civil service that has the sole power to employ manpower into the civil service workforce of Edo State. When last did the government of Edo State employ Edo sons and daughters or even qualified Nigerians into the civil service in Edo State? So what is paining me this very moment is that they are propagating lies to Edo people, whereas the governor just last week here directed through a memo that all overhead costs, when I mean overhead costs, all running costs of government agencies and parastatal has been deducted by 75%. If you understand wetin that one mean, I go break am down for some of our people wey no know. Wetin dey take the wrong government office, Obaseki reduce am from 100% to 75%. And the question to ask is, if you have increased academically to the issues, no be cost, no be insult, the only civil servants wey don dey earn that 40,000 wey governor increase for the health sector and other government parastatal and agencies only from grade level 1 to grade level 6. Una know say the managerial staff, if they talk, na the koboko of Obaseki administration na go whip them. So we are using this medium to call out on the governor to immediately answer to this question. The governor, the secretary to state government, the attorney general of the state, and the accountant general of the state, they should come out and tell us if what we are saying is a lie, because it is very, very criminal that people will come out on national television to make statements that are false, to make statements that does not reflect the true position of things in our state. As I speak to you, the PDP-led administration are the highest promoters of land grabbing and the activities as it so be across the 7 local governments of Edo South, particularly in Ikpoba. So when we look at all of this scam currently being carried out in the health sector, we are saying we want an informed explanation from the government of Edo State. Why are they only paying grade level 1 to grade level 6 of the Edo State Civil Service the 40,000 increment, and this 70,000 increment that they have announced, and nobody forced them to announce, they announced it because they say they want Edo workers to get an enabling environment. I celebrated it because it's a good thing. But what is paining me now is that because of this increment, I don't know why the governor is now deducting 75% of overhead costs. That circular was sent around the Edo State Civil Service across or within the week, last week, stating that all MDAs, agencies, parastatals of government should reduce their running costs to 75%. Moving forward, my conscious Edo people, Scam na scam. Scam na scam. Whether the scam na good o, whether the scam na bad o, whether e dey benefit you or no dey benefit you, na scam. And anything that is built on scam that is not questioned will continue to mislead the overall interest and the overall understanding of Edo people. That is why I have come out here this morning to ask of what benefit was the destruction of Edo Central Hospital that benefits the average poor citizens to build a museum. A museum whereby the artifact is not owned by the state, the artifact is not managed by the state, the artifact is not in possession of the state. So how come will the state want to use a property that belongs to an institution and spend taxpayers' money without proper consultation with that institution? Now moving forward, I want to rephrase your mindset to the fact that the governor has said on national television that an average Edo worker ought to earn more than what they are currently earning. It is in this informative statement of the governor that have made me to go into research. I've always told my Edo people I will not come out to say anything that I cannot defend, because the Edo state government has carried out a salary structure scheme that is only geared towards misleading the public and not benefiting the entirety and totality of Edo civil service workers. The question to also ask is, what is the civil service strength of Edo state government? What is the civil service strength? I know the social media orchids and bandits and hustlers will quickly run to my platform to castigate me, because they are always good at castigating somebody without speaking to the issues. We have erased key issues, just like how they were mobilizing their PDP local government counterparts in Esan axis of Benin, Edo State, to go and counter the fact that he is not, or he is part and parcel of the construction work that is currently going on in Ekpoma axis, particularly the Moscow corridors of Benin, Esan axis of Edo State. The question to ask, is it not the primary duty and purpose of a serving senator to look into the plight of her people and draw the attention of the federal government? Do not forget, you had gotten distinguished Senator Odia, who represent the good people of Esan for 8 years. For 8 years, they could not do anything to that road. Even when the federal government returned the money Adams Ali Oshomole's administration spent on that road during the tenure of PDP, Goodluck Jonathan during the tenure of Goodluck Jonathan, over 27 billion naira was refunded back to the Edo state government, and no single federal road, as a way of continuous intervention on both federal roads to get refund back, no one was done by the governor. Rather, the government of the day, having collected those bulky resources accrued to roads that were repaired and maintained and rehabilitated by Adams Ali Oshomole's administration, they decided to channel the money into God knows what. However, moving forward, I want to remind our Edo people that it is only a government that benefits from criminality that will not see criminals and bring them to book. I want to put this question to the leaders in the PDP of Ikpobaoka. Why have these criminals who are in possession of AK-47, why have they not been arrested for shooting people and tried them to court? Why have they not been arrested? However, it's not a discussion for today, but I want to let Edo people know that as a progressive mind within the Edo political space, we shall continue to engage the government of the day. Don't forget, under Governor Obaseki, Edo State have recorded the highest revenue since the creation of Edo State. In the last 7.5 years, Edo State have generated and gotten over 2.4 trillion naira, ranging from FAC allocation, internally generated revenue, grants from both federal and international donors, and also enjoyed the overwhelming support of foreign direct investment from Edos in diaspora. So if you look at the corridors of revenue under Governor Godwin Obaseki, the net has been broadened. But however, what you are seeing around Benin today is that the governor is trying to see how he can put pocket of projects because nothing has been done. As of today, a government that has worked does not need 1,000 SSAs to campaign for him. A government that has worked does not need social media bloggers and influencers to be paid to campaign for them. However, it is because we want a better Edo State. That is why we are raising these issues. And one, we want to believe that this cogent issue that I have just raised will be responded in a manner that will show that there's accountability, or there's a misinformation, or there is an actual fact in what I've just said that is carried out by the Edo State government. We can no longer be living under the falsehood of negativity and propaganda. A senator attracted, you saw it in the floor of the Senate. He spoke to the Senate chambers. They recommended their recommendations to Mr. President. Mr. President in turn recommended them and referred them to the Minister of Works. The Minister of Works is now coming to the state. PDP is going to drag the Minister of Works. Whereas the Minister of Works is an APC person. Even if an APC man is the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They are beginning to play politics, but they are the same person that will tell you that the APC government has nothing to offer. But they are going to struggle for a minister that means well for the general good of Edo people. Benin Sapele Road is currently under construction. The local government chairman of Obaseki that cut across that corridor, Umahi has been visiting that place. He has not gone there to even felicitate with Umahi. In Edo North, the stretch from Okpela to Iyamu Junction that is under rehabilitation, you have not seen the local government chairman of that place to go and see the minister when the minister is visiting to inspect the project. But because they know that Esan people have decided to vote overwhelmingly for Senator Monday Okpeolo, who came at a time when the state government was collecting over 700 million naira security votes, but refused to do anything to ensure that there was safety of lives and property of Esan farmers who were being brutalized and maimed and raped by bandits and kidnappers and Fulani herdsmen. But because Senator Monday Okpeolo saw the importance to mobilize his people, he came all out with his own personal resources. At that point in time, when he brought out his personal resources, Asun Egodalo was the chairman of the economic team. He was enjoying stupendously from the consultancies and other forms of consultation that he has done for Edo people. He did not support his poor and very poor citizens with security gadgets, not to mention torchlights. They were in government. They had all the government coffers under their control, but they could not mobilize what Senator Monday Okpeolo did for his people at a time of their need. He did not only set up a security network, he ensured that he gave them the needed materials to work for their people. Now, because they see that the man is enjoying the overwhelming support of Esan people, they are beginning to play a backdoor politics. While all of this are going, we want to remind them that the lives of Esan people is more important than the 15 billion naira hotel that the state government has spent our taxpayers' money on. The lives of Esan people is much more important is very, very important than the Gelegele seaport where they have invested billions of taxpayers' money that have not seen the light of day. The Esan people's life is much more important than the Yanoma Industrial Park that they said they were doing to create jobs for Edo people, whereas nothing of such exists. My conscious Edo people, we are before an election calendar. The basis for governance is to give good deliverables to the people. And the basis for an opposition is to criticize and ask questions, to raise fundamental issues for discourse as it affects governance. And as an opposition, and as a sound mind and a progressive mind, we shall continue to engage the system because their scorecard will speak for them. As you can see, up to date, projects that did not take David Umahi 6 years to build, Obaseki is still yet to attain that height with over 2.4 trillion naira accrued to the state and still running. So my conscious Edo people, I want to draw the window close here. But before I leave, don't forget, these persons, from what we are seeing, are now suspected to be stooges, criminal stooges, to help the PDP rigging machine rig elections in their communities in Ikpubaoka. But we shall continue to speak to the issues. We shall continue to expose them because their actions are unlawful, their engagements are criminals, and we also let the world know at the appropriate time those palace chiefs that are thieves, that are aiding these criminalities alongside Edo State leaders under the administration of Governor Godwin Ogegase Obaseki. Once again, I remain no other person than your snobberite activist. It is my simple way of showing solidarity and showing my progressive minds towards the wherewithal and well-being of my government. As an Edo person, we shall continue to speak truth to power. That is why we are saying, let the government of the day come and explain to us what has transpired with the over 2.4 trillion naira that they are not being able to pay Edo health workers as adults allowance. They are also not being able to pay Edo health workers the full 40,000 implementation of salary wages. And why are they also paying grade 1 to grade 6 and leaving the other grades out of the 40,000 salary structure? Once again, I have raised cogent issues as it affects the Ministry of Health. And let me also remind our conscious Edo people that I ask, of what economic benefit is the MOA that the governor is spending taxpayers' money to build onto Edo State when the state government does not have any connection with the returned artifact of the Great Benin Kingdom? Does that not show that there is a gross misappropriation of our public funds? And I also want to end by saying, when will the government respond to these very cogent issues about their workforce enumerations and welfare that I have so raised? Once again, I remain no other person than your snobberite activist. Remember, good can only strive when those who are responsible and saddled to speak of the moral norms and values of our people do that at a time like this. Once again, by
Now we don't hear from Emmanuel Agbogun, let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.